In the last episode, we embarked on our longest sail yet, the Pacific Ocean. We had trouble with a leaking diesel tank and crossed the equator in the dark. We are still floating out here, and in this episode, we are tackling some strange weather. We also get a surprise visitor. Keep watching to find out who gives us a buzz. Just looking at the second wave of this system. It does look like a string, yeah. But look, it's so intense and black in there. Crazy. It looks like nighttime. Yeah, take the edge of it. The fact that that's super dark is making Bella nervous, isn't it, sweetie?
Yeah. It's like the biggest storm ever.
There's a way around it though. We don't have to go through it, so that's what we're doing. Happy birthday, dear Finn. Happy birthday to you. Hip hip. Hip hip. Hip hip. Hooray! Woo! 12. I know. Sing it quickly.
I think this could be it.
Well, these aren't the trades though, are they?
No.
But they're going to get us to the trades, and I hope they hang in there.
I think that might have been perhaps the wrong question, I should say. Isn't it lovely?
That we're sailing again.
It's like a day of 2 days.
Yeah.
We're on it a wee bit. We're sort of 40 degrees off the breeze, but
Yeah, but we got through that band of squalls this morning, and now the sun's come out, the wind's blowing, and it's a fantastic day.
it's lovely.
Tonight we have been a wee bit more brave and have gone full sails up in the ITCZ. Just got to watch out for squalls and sudden increases in breeze carrying full canvas. Not a place that you want to be caught with your pants down, so haven't had a whole lot of sleep since I've been on shift. Normally I'll shift for a wee bit and keep an eye on things. Every 20 minutes I'll set an alarm and get up, check the radar, check the horizon, but tonight has been a wee bit different. You can see me still scanning the sky at the moment. Thankfully it's almost Easter, so the moon is super full, which is a huge help when it's not behind clouds. Also, half an hour ago I was down in the starboard hull bilge. So we had rain earlier. We had to shut the hatches, and the smell of diesel and Ted's room in the starboard aft cabin was like not good. So I took our wet vac down there, and I've done my best to vac up any sort of diesel, and it's just I've got to fix it. Yeah. Anyway, it stopped raining, there's airflow back through and it's much better. It would seem our hot water cylinder has like a release valve, and it releases a bit of hot water when it gets to temperature, and so that mixes with the diesel and runs into the bilge. So, anyway, it's tonight.
Hopefully this is the last day in the ITCZ area. Still got showers all around us, and hoping that we get through this section in the next 24 hours and hit the trades. It's not been too bad, mainly just rain and really confused wind. So what is the ITCZ we're talking about? We're referring to the Intertropical Convergence Zone, which is the convergence of the trade winds from the Northern Hemisphere and the trade winds from the Southern Hemisphere that create a band of low pressure near the equator, which appears as a chain of clouds and storms. So, to reach the helpful trade winds, we need to move through this band as quickly as possible.
Today is a slow day. We're doing some painting. Yes!
We have glow in the dark paint.
It's very exciting. Paint our clay creations.
Yes!
I'm gonna make some pickled ginger.
With the hope of getting some fish.
Yeah, I want to have some pickled ginger with some fish.
10 days, no fish yet? Yes.
Well, that's no edible.
No edible
I'm
fish.
going to change it, lure. We're now at the stage where we're doing fuel calcs, right? As we are about 4 degrees at 48 minutes, so we're almost at 5 degrees. We should be tonight, south that is. And the trades are around 6 degrees. We've got a light breeze at the moment, and we now have the 4 knot rule in play. Whereas if we're moving 4 knots or more, then we sail. If we drop below 4, we motor.
I'm gonna make some pickled ginger.
Yum.
Yum. So, but in the meantime, I'm just feeding our sourdough.
Which smells delightful.
That smells sour.
Smells like it's gonna work.
So that we can make another loaf tonight.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Our current sourdough count would be 5.
5.
There's been one every other day.
Yeah, we kind of do half a loaf a day.
So, how do you feed a sourdough?
I'm going to take some of this out for the one that I'm making for tonight. And I'm very rough. I know that a lot of people out there that make sourdough are very diligent about weighing and measuring, and I don't have time for that. You just got to keep this alive.
It gives it character.
Yeah, it keeps you guessing, you know, like is it going to turn out or isn't it? Ooh. And then look, feed this one some flour.
This one being the starter, yeah?
Yeah, and feed the stuff that I just got out. Feed him as well. A couple of big rough tablespoonfuls. And then I'll need to add a little bit of water as well. There you go.
Oh, yum.
Yummy. And then do the same with this one. Alright, then I'm going to leave this one on the bench to get nice and bubbly for tonight. And this one, I'm going to put his lid back on and leave him over here until it's time to feed him again.
Beauty.
Yeah.
So this guy will get made into a loaf tonight
Yeah.
and cooked in the morning.
Yes. That's our current plan, because then you don't have to have, it's like really hot if you have the oven on in the day or at night. So we've just been putting it on in the morning when most people are still in bed.
Nice work. The repair is getting better, bizarrely. Like, it's not dripping anymore. There is still what I'd call like under the repair. If you touch it, you kind of get like an oily finger or thumb. So we've taped very world class a bit of paper towel. Just tape that underneath it at the moment to, if there is any sort of drip, to absorb that. And I'm cleaning the bilge to try and reduce the smell. So we don't have any hardcore chemicals on board, so we've got a bit of vinegar, a bit of dish detergent and some lemongrass, and it seems to be working. That's a bit of an update. What are we, maybe 3 days after
Discovery.
discovery?
It's a good update.
It's a good update. We still have plans to fix it better than it is at the moment. But we've still got over half a tank in there, right? Of diesel. If we use it, which we may not. Otherwise we'll pump it across to the port side and go from there. Oh, this is lovely.
Appreciate the effort, Dada.
Well done, everybody.
It's dinner time, but we just got pumped.
We did just get pumped. That's the biggest squall we've had. It
Yeah.
wasn't like... Anyway.
No, it wasn't. It was just it was because we had full sails up still.
And we were cooking on the barbecue, and a squall got us by surprise, 100%.
Yeah. Because it just went dark, so we couldn't see it any longer, and
It wasn't really on the radar.
the wind just picked up so fast.
So we're just on the other side of it now. But from the time we went, oh gee, the wind's picking up, to me getting up to the mast and putting 2 reefs in straight away, we had 21 knots apparent on the boat, which is not our form at all.
And we only managed to get 1 reef in the head sail to start with before we needed the winch for the main sail.
I think in this sort of situation, transiting the ITCZ, we were just talking about it, it's not worth the risk on your gear
to suddenly
So
have that load.
either have your reefs in and be prepared to go slower, or
Have no sails
if you
up.
see something come, turn into the wind, drop your sails and motor behind it, get to the other side, and then set your sails again. Yeah, it takes time and all that, but
It's a lot less nerve wracking and much more efficient.
Oh gosh.
That was not good.
No, it was not good. Oh, we're through it. We're through it.
Nice.
Let's hope there's no more tonight.
yeah, like
Or for the rest of the trip, actually.
Yeah, come on.
That'll be it.
Yeah.
That'll be the one.
Last trial, guys.
Yeah.
That's it, squalls.
We're done, ITCZ. Let us out.
Mate, I hope so.
Yeah.
Let's believe so.
Cakes. Yum. And Archie, doing your job.
Yeah,
How often are we turning the eggs?
like a few days.
Every couple of days.
They're lasting. We're day 12 and they're still alive.
We only had one running one so far.
And they're past their use by date.
Oh, definitely. Like, we
Their stamp
left on
date.
Tuesday
I know.
I think.
I know. Looks like we might run out this week though.
Yeah, I had one that was like half of my hand size. It was huge.
A really big one.
Yeah, like it's growing.
This is the diesel leak update. I'm not sure how many days it's been, but it's been a few. It's certainly subsided, so I'm not sure if that's because the epoxy's cured and had more time to cure. Like originally, I reckon it was about probably a litre, 1 to 2 litres a day. So I've had like 1/4 of a gallon. Is what the leak was. It's now almost non-existent. And as I open here, actually, I'm not even getting diesel smell, so that's quite good. But what I am doing each day is I've set up this little pad thing, which is ultimately paper towel and some masking tape, just to sit under the repair. And so each day I come along and I have a squiz, and it's hardly even wet. It does smell like diesel, so it's still, you know, still weeping out ever so slightly. And so we'll replace that. This guy here is the culprit. This one down here was just in case. All this stuff around here is sort of stuff left over from me trying to fix it with some JB exhaust weld, which didn't work. So our fuel level's probably about here at the moment. We're going to bring it down to about here and do a proper repair, probably over the next couple of days. That's the idea. So we can pump fuel from this starboard tank to the port tank.
Sad looking pawpaw.
Oh no, it looks good.
I'll cut those bits out. You've got to use every last bit of fruit that you have.
And what else have we got fruit wise?
There's some oranges in the fridge here.
What is
And these bananas, those are good for banana cake.
Yeah,
These oranges, but they are getting a little bit
tired.
long
Still
in the
got
tooth.
some gold in there, look at that.
Yeah.
Oh yes.
And the limes, there's some limes down there that are looking good still.
These limes are from the same batch as these sort of sad looking ones.
Very sad.
What was the takeaway?
So I read that if you put them in plastic, like a plastic Ziploc bag, and put them in your fridge, that they'll last a lot longer. So these ones, I kind of split the bag in half. I left these ones out on the bench for a little bit, and then I put them in the fridge, but they're not in a plastic bag, they're just still in their
They're in
neck
the
bag.
same fridge. That's crazy.
And they are
But
not
these are-
lasting.
These are gold.
Yeah, I think
No.
what happens is they actually start to dehydrate and shrink. Like the juice inside them's still fine, but they just look really bad. Whereas these ones, they still look green and beautiful, don't they? They're going to be delicious on our pawpaw.
Morning 13.
Yeah, I think so.
13. It was a bit of a rough night. Squalls and one child with a fever. Where do you get a fever from when you're like at sea for 13 days? Oh,
You need extra sleep today.
Yeah, I think Dad and I will need extra sleep today. Nothing much else that is needing to be done out here, so sleep is alright.
Hopefully we're through the squalls, I think.
I know, I've got to figure out how to avoid these squalls. It's just...
One each night at the moment.
Yeah, and they don't show up on the radar because they don't necessarily have rain in them. Sometimes it's just wind. We'll work it out.
We've just put a reef in and then it just snapped.
Sure did. I think we need
Far out.
anti-friction. Still got the end of it though, look.
Okay.
One end and the other end, so that's first reef snapped.
Oh my goodness.
Right.
For whatever reason, first reef chafes the most. Second reef and third reef are our original reefs. We use second and first probably about as much as each other. I'm going to put an anti-friction ring on it. So next time with full sails and I can reach properly, I'm going to put a soft shackle onto this stainless loop in the sail, onto an anti-friction ring and run first reef through that. There you go. Shortened our first reef by about 1 metre.
And you've already shortened it once this trip, no?
Yeah, I did that a few days ago.
Yeah.
But it didn't snap. I was just trying to preempt it, and then it went and snapped. But we intentionally put a couple of extra meters, I think 3 extra meters on, so I need to...
Yeah, be on your game, figure out exactly how much extra we still
Oh,
have.
we've got extra, but when the sail goes to the top of the mast,
Yeah.
when we're full sail, then...
You don't want it restricting it at all. Yeah.
That's a solid halfway, Mum!
2,000 to go!
Yes! Celebrate the wins! Look at this. Getting it done. Yes. It's been a cloudy one today, but you got to celebrate the wins as we go, hey? So stoked. Yeah. Well done. Halfway goodie bag.
What could be in here? Does anyone know? Oh, I reckon it's tough.
Oh wow, thank you.
I always wanted to be super.
Yes. That's exciting.
Making burger buns for our halfway burger celebration. So the ingredients to this dough is 2 cups of water, 4.5 teaspoons of yeast, 1 teaspoon of salt, 1/4 cup of olive oil, and 5 cups of flour, and 2 tablespoons of sugar. You do have to leave the yeast for 10 minutes to activate in the water. So now we're going to leave this for 20 minutes or so to double its size, and then we will start making the buns. So now we've let the dough rise a wee bit. Just going to knead it out a little bit. Just some flour on the bench just so it doesn't stick. And then we're going to split it up into even sized balls for the buns, and then we'll put the buns on a tray and let those rise until they're double size, and then we'll put them in the oven, and they take about 35 to 40 minutes. So we have some milk that we're just going to dab on top of all of them, and then we're going to put some sesame seeds on top of them as well. "35 minutes started." So after 35 minutes, they are done, and they've doubled again, and that's what they look like. Yummy big burger buns. Yum!
Happy halfway to us
Halfway to us. Happy halfway to us. We made it 2,000 miles. Yeah.
Closest we've been, team. Alright, something that's quite cool and super simple is this is our down below nav station chart plotter, if you like. It's just an iPad, but it mirrors up top. Probably the coolest thing is that we can adjust our heading on screen without having to go up to the helm. So at the moment I'm on watch, doing a wee bit of work and keeping an eye out forward with a forward-facing nav station and just tweaking our course as needed. So super simple. Could it be fancier? Yes. Do you need it? Probably not. Anyway, we're having a good 24-hour run. It's awesome. Okay, let's go.
We have a helicopter.
He'll come down and have a real good look at us.
He's coming real close to us. What is he doing? Are they gonna land in the water? That's the closest I've ever been. Whoa! He's filming. At the time, we had no idea where this helicopter came from. We found out that the big tuna fishing trawlers use these helicopters to search for fish. And up he goes again.
I saw something pop up on AIS that this was the helicopter that came to visit, and I was looking at it, and then it said he was coming at us at 85 knots, and I was like, what? What vessel does 85 knots? It's crazy.
We've got it up and we're doing really well. Yeah, we're a wee bit like weary, so we're both sitting up here watching it like a hawk.
Because the cloud that's around and the squalls that have come in really quickly, we're like, oh, what if the wind picks up really quick and we're not in control? And so, I don't know, it's just a precious sail.
Oh yeah, and I don't want that scenario of trying to get it down because we cooked it and left it too late.
Yeah.
So my rule of thumb is 10 knots apparent. I'm like, I'm keen to get that down. By that point, we're doing about 7 to 8, which means we've got 17 to 18 true. Tell you what though, it's hard to argue with. We've been flopping around all morning.
It's been awful. We've been doing like 5 knots.
5 knots with
4 knots.
Maine and Genoa wing on wing, and it's just been.
Yeah.
Anyway, big reds up.
Yeah, you were supposed to have an afternoon nap.
Yeah, I'm going to have one. I will, and you'll just give me a yell if you see 10 knots apparent, and I'll be springing out of my nap like no one's business to get this thing down.
In the next episode, we receive a request for help from a distressed vessel, and we see land for the first time in 3 weeks. See you then!
Oh, no way. Thank you, Mom!
It's to save all your beautiful t-shirts.